Hello and welcome everyone. Brian here with another Contractor Foreman training video for you. Today, we're looking at the Document Writer feature in Contractor Foreman. Once you're on the Document Writer page, you'll see a list of all the documents you've already created right here in the center. If you need to use the document, you can click the Use This Document button. If you need to edit, change, delete that document, there's an action button over on the right where you have access to all of those options. On the left side of the screen, I can check out my active, archived, or all the documents that I've ever created in Contractor Foreman. I can even click on any of these entries to kind of head into the entries and gives me access to an actions button where I can download a PDF of the document, things like that. If I click this X, I can jump back to the main screen. If I need to search out a specific document I have inside of my Contractor Foreman, there's a keyword search field up here at the top where I can find that document easily. If I want to build a brand new document inside of Document Writer, I'm going to click on my Add Documents button. When I land on the Add Documents page, first thing I'm going to want to do is give my document a name. I'm going to title mine Lien Waiver. I do want to give everybody a quick disclaimer here. Whenever you're creating any legal document inside a contractor form, such as a lien waiver or something like that, you want to make sure that you comply with all of your local regulations. My goal here isn't to create a lien waiver example for everybody. It's to give you an example of how you can utilize the document writer to manage things like creating lien waivers. So always do your own due diligence whenever you're working on any of these types of documents that you may need in a legal matter later on. All right. So with that covered, let's continue on. After I've got the title for my document, I'll want to jump down to the module and associate my document with a specific module. For this type of document, I'm going to associate it with my subcontracts module because my lien waivers are going to be dealing with those subcontracts. And managing it this way lets me know which subcontractors have submitted their lien waiver agreement so I can make sure that there's no construction liens that are going to appear on a property that I'm working with. Once I've got that squared away, I'll want to get my status set up for my document as well. If I'm intending on completing my document in one run, I can probably set this to published. But if I need some input and I don't want anybody using it between now and then, I can leave my document set as unpublished. But for this example, since I intend on finishing this document, I will mark it as published. Down below, we've got a couple customization options here for you too. You can show the header, show a footer, or you can also use an existing image as a document. So if you have an image of a document that you utilize all the time, you can pull that image in here and be able to utilize that from your documents area too. Once I've got this squared away, I can jump over to my main text field where I can start to configure my document. Now you can build a document from scratch on here, or you could paste in a template of a document and then just modify that for your use. That's the intent that I want to do today. So I've got a copy doc or a practice document here on my clipboard. I'll go ahead and bring that in and I can take a look at my potential lien waiver that I might. Now across the top, I have all the tools that I will need to format my document. Since I've got it roughly formatted, I want to bring up probably the most important tool that you're going to see on this page. And that's the Merge Fields tool right here. This allows me to pull information into my document that already exists inside of Contractor Foreman. So I don't have to copy and paste or type that information out. Let's go ahead and use this Merge Fields feature to fill out some of this information that I would otherwise have to write in myself. So let's start with project name. I'm going to open up my merged field under project name, and I'm going to go to my projects, and I am going to select project name. Now, the system, when I associate this document to a job, it's going to pull in that project name already. I want to grab the address as well. So I can come down to my project address line. I'll go to my merge fields. I'll go back to project. And then what I'll do is I will go down to street and get street one. And that's going to be the street address for the project. Now, if I need to get the additional portion of that address, I can configure it so that I can bring in street two as well. So I'll do use my merge fields and I'll head to projects and I'll go down to street two. That'll pull in that project's address for me and label it myself. I might want to grab the owner's name. So whoever owns this property, again, I can also go to my merge fields and I'll go to project and then I'm going to find the customer field. That's going to bring in the customer that's on this associated project so that their name appears here. Contractor, this is likely going to be my company's name. So I'll go to my merge fields and I can go to my company field. And then I'm going to grab the company name from here. And finally, I'm going to get the supplier that this deals with. So I'll go to my merge fields one more time. I can go to the subcontracts, and then I can select the appropriate field for my subcontractor as well. There we go. Once I've got these squared away, again, like I was saying before, it's going to pull all that information into this page for me so that when I go to use this lien waiver, I don't have to fill out these areas. Now, if I look down at the bottom, I've got a couple areas for contractor signature, the supplier signature, and then the date as well. These I'm going to ask that my people fill out when we've printed out this form so that I can get ink on paper. Once I've got it squared away, I'll click my Save button. And now I've got my lien waiver ready to use form. If I'd like to jump in and take a peek at this, I can click the Use This Form, and it gives me the form over here on the left, and then I can see the preview on the right. So what I need to do is associate this with a subcontract because that was the module that I had this form originally associated with. When I do that, it's going to go ahead and bring in my project name and then my contact for that project too. So it's grabbed the subcontractor as well. Now, when I look over here on the right, I can see that it started to fill out my form. I guess, well, on project address, I don't have a second street address in there. So that one's left blank for me. But I got my name, I've got my address, the owner, and then the contractor and the subcontractor that are going to be working on this job. And I can take a look at my waiver. Up at the top, I've got a couple options where I can save this document, I can download the document, or I can email the document for later on. That's pretty much it with utilizing the document writer. Let us know if you have any questions by heading up to the live chat option up here at the top of your screen. It's open from 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If we're not open, you can always drop us a line at support@contractorforeman.com as well. Thank you so much for checking out this video, and we'll see you in a future Contractor Foreman training video. Bye-bye.